Welcome to a thought-provoking exploration of Stoic philosophy and its implications for our personal relationships. Stoicism, a school of Hellenistic philosophy, teaches the importance of reason, self-control, and inner peace in achieving a good life. But what happens when those closest to us, our family and friends, challenge these principles? Today, we delve into the tough yet necessary considerations of when it might be time to distance ourselves from relationships that hinder our growth and well-being. In Stoicism, the focus is often on how we can change our perceptions and reactions to maintain tranquility. However, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, all prominent Stoics, also recognize that our environment and associations play crucial roles in our pursuit of virtue. They taught that sometimes preserving our inner peace requires making difficult decisions about who we allow into our lives. But how do you know when a relationship is truly detrimental to your Stoic journey? It's not about fleeting annoyances or superficial disagreements. Instead, it involves recognizing deeper, more persistent patterns of interaction that conflict with your values and impede your ability to live according to Stoic ideals. In this video, we will outline 9 signs that suggest a relationship, whether with family or friends, might be more harmful than beneficial. These signs will help you identify situations where the Stoic response might be to withdraw, not out of anger or malice, but from a reasoned and compassionate desire to live a more virtuous life. Join us as we navigate these challenging waters, offering insights that aim to empower you to make decisions that support your philosophical and personal development. Whether you're a seasoned Stoic or just curious about how ancient wisdom can inform modern life, this discussion promises to shed light on one of life's most complex issues, the nature of our relationships. 1. Continuous disrespect of boundaries. One of the most compelling signs that it might be necessary to cut ties, even with family or friends, is the continuous disrespect of your personal boundaries. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of self-respect and rational living. When someone consistently disregards your boundaries, it not only disrupts your peace, but also undermines your respect for yourself and your moral commitments. In the Stoic view, maintaining personal boundaries is essential for protecting your inner tranquility. These boundaries might pertain to your time, your energy, or your values. For instance, if you've clearly communicated that you need space to engage in certain practices like meditation or reading, and this boundary is repeatedly violated, it shows a lack of respect and consideration. Such behavior can lead to resentment and emotional turmoil, which are antithetical to Stoic ideals of harmony and reasoned existence. To address this issue, begin by reaffirming your boundaries with clear and rational explanations. If the disrespectful behavior continues despite your efforts, consider this a sign that the relationship may be incompatible with your path to living a virtuous Stoic life. Cutting ties in such cases isn't an act of hostility, but a necessary step towards preserving your well-being and staying true to your principles. This step is about respecting yourself enough to walk away from relationships that are detrimental to your personal growth and peace. It teaches the importance of valuing your own mental and emotional health as much as you value the presence of others in your life. 2. Persistent negativity and pessimism. From a Stoic perspective, the people we choose to surround ourselves with should contribute positively to our lives, encouraging us to cultivate virtue and maintain our inner peace. A sign that it might be time to cut ties is the persistent negativity and pessimism of a family member or friend, especially when it starts to affect your own mindset and emotional well-being. Stoicism teaches the importance of maintaining a rational and positive outlook, even in the face of adversity. Constant exposure to negativity can challenge this practice, making it difficult to remain focused on growth and positivity. This isn't about occasional bad moods or tough times that everyone inevitably faces. Rather, it's about chronic negativity that creates a toxic environment around you, stifling your ability to see and act towards the good. If someone consistently views every situation with pessimism, disparages your ambitions, or feeds into fears rather than fostering courage and optimism, it may be time to reconsider the influence they have on your life. Such attitudes can pull you away from Stoic principles, which value constructive adaptation over complaint and despair. In dealing with persistent negativity, first try to offer support and perspective, perhaps introducing Stoic concepts that might help shift the person's outlook. However, if their attitude remains unchanged and detrimental, it may be necessary to distance yourself to preserve your own philosophical and emotional balance. Remember, Stoicism values personal serenity and rational engagement with the world, and sometimes maintaining distance is the most rational decision. 3. Undermining your personal growth. A fundamental aspect of Stoic philosophy is the pursuit of personal and moral growth. When relationships actively undermine this growth, it may be a sign that distancing yourself could be necessary. Stoicism teaches us to be proactive about our environment, curating it in such a way that it supports our journey towards virtue and wisdom. If a family member or friend consistently hinders your development, whether through discouragement, distraction, or disrespect, it can be detrimental to your progress. This issue becomes particularly significant when the other person's influence leads you away from your commitments to self-improvement and ethical living. This might manifest in various ways, such as encouraging habits that you're trying to break, dismissing your educational or spiritual pursuits, or engaging in unethical behavior and expecting you to condone or participate in it. Addressing this situation involves honest communication about how their actions affect you. Express your needs and your dedication to personal growth clearly and calmly. If, after this dialogue, the person continues to negatively impact your ability to adhere to your Stoic principles, it may be wise to consider reducing contact. Taking such a step is not about judgment or resentment. Instead, it's about respectfully acknowledging that not all relationships are conducive to all phases of life. By choosing to distance yourself, you're prioritizing your mental peace, moral integrity, and the Stoic goal of living a purposeful life, aligned with your highest ideals. 4. Enabling harmful behaviors. A critical Stoic reflection involves the evaluation of relationships that may enable harmful behaviors in ourselves or others. Stoicism advocates for a life of virtue and rationality, guiding us to avoid actions that harm ourselves or diminish our moral character. When relationships encourage or necessitate behaviors that conflict with these Stoic principles, such as excessive indulgence, dishonesty, or irresponsibility, it may be necessary to reevaluate these connections. Enabling harmful behaviors can manifest in various ways, from subtle pressures to partake in unhealthy habits to overt encouragement to engage in unethical activities. These influences not only lead to personal harm, but also stray from the Stoic path of fostering good character and wisdom. If a friend or family member consistently draws you into situations that compromise your integrity or well-being, this is a significant sign that the relationship may not be beneficial. Distancing yourself from relationships that enable harmful behaviors is not an easy decision, but is often necessary to maintain your health, integrity, and the Stoic commitment to living a virtuous life. Lack of reciprocal support. Stoic philosophy underscores the importance of mutual respect and support within relationships. A true Stoic friendship or familial bond should involve a balanced exchange of emotional and practical support. If you find yourself in a relationship where you are consistently offering support without receiving any in return, it may be time to consider the sustainability of this dynamic. This one-sidedness can lead to emotional exhaustion and detract from your ability to care for yourself and pursue personal growth. In Stoicism, the concept of mutual benefit is key to any relationship. When the support is not reciprocated, it challenges the very essence of what it means to be in a healthy, constructive relationship. If you notice that you're always the giver, providing emotional support, advice, or other resources without any form of reciprocity, it's essential to address this imbalance. Relationships should not be transactional, but they should be fair and nourishing for all parties involved. Start by communicating your feelings to the other person. Express your need for support and see how they respond. If they are unwilling or unable to meet you halfway, it may be a sign that the relationship does not align with Stoic ideals of fairness and mutual respect. Deciding to distance yourself from such relationships can be difficult, especially with long-standing connections like family or old friends. However, preserving your well-being and ensuring that your relationships are truly reciprocal is crucial for maintaining peace of mind and living according to Stoic virtues. 6. Escalating destructive conflicts. In Stoic philosophy, the preservation of inner peace is paramount. A clear sign that it may be necessary to distance yourself from certain relationships is the escalation of destructive conflicts that disrupt this peace. When disagreements become routine and evolve into conflicts that leave you feeling drained, undermined, or distressed, it's important to reassess the health of these connections. Stoics like Seneca taught that while conflict is a natural part of human relationships, it should be managed with wisdom and restraint. If you find that conflicts with a friend or family member frequently escalate beyond productive discussion, becoming personal attacks or leading to persistent negativity, it may indicate a toxic dynamic that is incompatible with Stoic living. This is particularly concerning if attempts at resolution are met with resistance or if the conflict affects your ability to maintain equanimity. To address this, try to apply Stoic principles by seeking rational dialogue and aiming for forgiveness and understanding. However, if these efforts fail to change the pattern of conflict, it may be a sign that the relationship is fundamentally at odds with your values and emotional well-being. Choosing to step back from such relationships isn't about assigning blame. It's about taking responsibility for your own peace of mind and focusing on relationships that bring mutual respect and positive growth. Remember, distancing yourself can sometimes be the most rational choice to protect your well-being and maintain your commitment to Stoic principles. 7. Manipulative or coercive behavior. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, autonomy and rational decision-making are central tenets. A significant sign that you may need to consider cutting ties with someone, even if they are family or friends, is if they engage in manipulative or coercive behavior. This kind of behavior undermines your ability to make free choices and can greatly disrupt your pursuit of a virtuous, Stoic life. Manipulation and coercion can manifest in various forms, such as guilt-tripping, gaslighting, or using emotional blackmail to influence your decisions. These tactics can be subtle, making them difficult to recognize at first. However, they fundamentally erode trust and create an environment where it's challenging to maintain clarity of thought and independence of action, both critical for practicing Stoicism. To address this, start by setting firm boundaries and clearly communicating them. If the person continues to manipulate or coerce despite your efforts, it may be necessary to reevaluate the relationship. Consider the long-term impacts on your mental health and philosophical ideals. Are these interactions leading you away from your path of self-improvement and ethical living? Choosing to distance yourself from manipulative relationships is a step towards safeguarding your autonomy and mental well-being. It reflects the Stoic commitment to living with integrity and ensuring that your relationships are based on respect and honesty. This decision, though difficult, is rooted in the Stoic practice of prioritizing your moral and psychological health over maintaining harmful connections. 8. Chronic unreliability. Stoicism teaches the value of dependability and integrity in one's actions. A Stoic strives to be reliable and expects the same from those in their inner circle. Chronic unreliability in a friend or family member, such as consistently breaking promises, failing to meet commitments, or showing up late without genuine reasons, can be a serious strain on any relationship. When someone's unreliability becomes a consistent pattern, it might be a sign to consider the impact of this behavior on your life and your ability to trust. The Stoic response involves assessing whether this pattern of behavior aligns with the virtues of respect and responsibility you uphold. Reliability forms the foundation of trust, and without trust, relationships cannot thrive in a healthy, positive way. If someone continuously fails to meet basic expectations of reliability, it challenges the mutual respect necessary for a meaningful connection. Address this issue by having a candid conversation about how their unreliability affects you and your relationship. Express your needs clearly and listen to their perspective. However, if there is no improvement or willingness to change, it may be necessary to distance yourself. Doing so is not an act of harshness, but a necessary boundary to maintain your own peace and commitment to Stoic principles. Distancing yourself from someone who is chronically unreliable is about more than seeking convenience. It's about respecting your own time and energy and ensuring that your relationships are mutually supportive and trustworthy. 9. Alignment with harmful ideologies. In Stoic philosophy, the ideas and beliefs we choose to accept and live by profoundly shape our character and actions. A critical sign that it may be necessary to cut ties with family or friends is if they align themselves with ideologies that promote harm or hate. This can include a range of destructive beliefs, from bigotry and intolerance to advocating violence or deceit. Such alignments can be deeply conflicting with Stoic values of wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. Stoicism teaches us to live in harmony with reason and to foster a community built on mutual respect and understanding. When someone close to us holds harmful beliefs, it challenges our ability to maintain these principles in our closest circles. It also poses the question of our complicity in these beliefs if we continue to maintain the relationship without addressing these serious concerns. To confront this issue, initiate a thoughtful dialogue to express your concerns and challenge their views with Stoic reasoning and empathy. However, if they persist in their beliefs and it begins to impact your peace of mind or conflicts with your moral obligations to promote goodness and prevent harm, distancing yourself might be the necessary course of action. Choosing to cut ties in such cases is a commitment to the Stoic virtues you aspire to embody. It reflects a deep respect for your personal ethical boundaries and a commitment to contributing positively to a wider community, free from the influence of harmful ideologies. As we conclude our exploration of the 9 signs that may indicate the need to cut ties with family or friends, it's important to remember that Stoic philosophy doesn't make these recommendations lightly. Stoicism teaches us to seek peace and virtue in our lives, often requiring difficult decisions that challenge our comfort zones. Today's discussion is not just about identifying toxic behaviors, but about empowering ourselves to make choices that align with our deepest values of integrity, rationality, and harmony. Making the decision to distance oneself from loved ones is never easy. It involves a complex interplay of emotions and responsibilities. However, Stoicism provides a guiding light by reminding us that our primary duty is to our own moral and philosophical development. This doesn't mean we act with cold indifference, but rather with a reasoned compassion that seeks the best for ourselves and others. even if that means stepping away. If any of the signs discussed today resonate with you, take time to reflect deeply on your relationships. Consider talking to a trusted advisor or reflecting in your journal. Evaluate your relationships through the lens of Stoic virtues and ask yourself whether maintaining certain ties allows you to live truthfully to your principles. Thank you for joining this profound journey into Stoic philosophy and relational ethics. If you found these insights helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that aims to enhance your life with ancient wisdom and practical guidance. Remember, the goal isn't to create distance for its own sake, but to cultivate relationships that truly enrich your life and foster a community of support and virtue. Until next time, continue to reflect, choose wisely, and strive for a life that resonates with peace and purpose.